Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1. Mate, this game, there was so much going on in this game, but, oh, mate, what a win. Welcome, Blue Believers, to another episode of the Stamford Sync, where we are syncing up with everything Chelsea FC. And today, that means we are talking about the 2-1 win over the current Premier League champions Liverpool at home in Stamford Bridge. Oh, the scenes, mate, the scenes. Oh, man, this game had everything. It had screamers. It had a red card again. We'll get into that a little bit later. It had tactical jumbles of all sorts and, you know, really loads of positives and a couple of negatives and a few things to worry about. But ultimately, there's a lot to talk about. But guys, before we get into it, if you are enjoying the content and would like to see more, please do me the distinct honor of liking and sharing the video, subscribe to the channel, or just roast me in the comments, whatever gets you through your day. And if you can see that little hype button underneath the video, give that a click as well, because apparently that will help me get out to more people. Oh, mate, okay, right, cool. Let's talk about this game, man. Mate, so we'll start with the lineup. There's so much to talk about in this game. We'll start with the lineup. Sanchez in goal. Yes, I expected that. As far as the lineup said, it was Gusto at right back, Cucurella at left back, Josh Achiampong, Benoit Badiashile in the middle, Reece James and Moises Caicedo in the centre of the park, Alejandro Garnacho, Enzo Fernandez and Pedro Neto for the attacking midfield three, and João Pedro up top. So, first things first, the Gusto James situation, the lineup looked like Reece James in midfield, but that absolutely wasn't what happened, man. Reece James, for the most part, was playing the right-sided centre-back of the back three, and Malo Gusto was in midfield, man. Not only was he in midfield, I don't even think Enzo Fernandez was the centre attacking 10. Honestly, it really looked like more often than not, Gusto was the most advanced of all of those midfielders quite often. He did track back and get down on the right to do some defensive work, but in the ascendancy, when we had the ball and when we were attacking, for the most part, Gusto was well up there. So it's really difficult, do you know what I mean, to figure it out because he was just everywhere. But it looked like to me that Gusto was actually kind of playing the 10. Enzo Fernandez wasn't getting really up there, so he looked like to be kind of playing a advanced 8, and Moises Caicedo was playing the 6. So the first half was good, man. It was good. Liverpool came out fighting 100%, you know, really, really quick. And, you know, it looked like it was going to, you know, we just expect that from Liverpool, didn't you? That's just kind of what they do. But we handled it really, really well. And the first half was a to and fro of who was in control of this game, man. It was really, really interesting. But ultimately, we were definitely on top of it and in the ascendancy. The first goal, Moises Caicedo. Oh, mate, this guy, 3 goals already this season, man, and this was a screamer. Oh, mate, it was mental. It was a beautiful moment as well, because he got the ball in the centre of the park, ran a little bit forward, and then looked up and then just took one little extra touch. Like, he was like, in his head, he was like, no, actually, if I take this one little more touch, I will score. And that's exactly what happened. Mamardashvili's first game for Liverpool today in the Premier League, I think, because obviously Alisson was injured. He got a very slight touch to it just on the tip of his fingers, but couldn't stop it from going in. Absolutely unbelievable scenes. Absolute beauty of a goal from Moises Caicedo. And the first half kind of carried on mostly in the same way. No more goals, but we were looking really, really, really strong. We didn't actually have that many shots on target. We would just have it on the attack a lot, do you know what I mean? Garnacho, again, played really well today for me. He seems to be really starting to settle into the team now. One thing that I saw again today that I saw in the Benfica game was Badiashile getting these balls out on the left of Garnacho, and Garnacho just kept being in acres and acres of space, and he kept getting found by a few people, and he was tearing up that left side. Another really important thing to talk about today is we had Liverpool's fullbacks on toast for that first half, man, and they ended up making some changes in the second half to deal with it. But Pedro Neto, Alejandro Garnacho absolutely ran the show, and Kirkes and Connor Bradley could not keep up at all. It was brilliant. They were really, really, really struggling down the wide areas. Another quiet showing from João Pedro. I've just got to put it down to tiredness at this point, man, because, you know, he came screaming out of the blocks when we bought him and scoring goals and assisting for fun, do you know what I mean? But again, struggled in this game a little bit. He looked like he was dropping quite deep today, truth be told, and I think maybe that was, I can only assume it was part of the game plan. But he didn't seem to be like a really focal attacking point. Again, we were funneling a lot of the attacks out to the wide areas and trying to get them inside. But again, difficult performance from João Pedro today. I can only hope that after the international break he gets a bit of a rest or something. I'm not sure if he's going away with Brazil. But we need to somehow get him back to where he was, because it just feels like we're missing that striking option at the moment. We're playing Tyreek George there before, not today obviously, but before that we're playing Tyreek George there and he doesn't look up to snuff. João Pedro's been really invisible, kind of missing from a lot of the games previously. So we just got to hope something changes and gets better with him. So we go into the second half and Liverpool instantly make a change. I see Florian Wirtz warming up and I'm like, okay, Szoboszlai is going to get put back in right back. Wirtz is going to come on because Conor Bradley was obviously really struggling, but also he'd picked up a yellow card and had like another caution for close, another close one. So they were obviously worried about them finishing the game with 10 men on the pitch, which is usually our problem. But yeah, so and honestly, that change instantly made a difference. And whatever Arne Slot said to Liverpool in that half time obviously made a huge difference as well. They nearly scored like instantly. Florian Wirtz made himself known with a really cute pass very, very early on. And they came bombing out of those gates again, man, at the start of that second half. And we were getting pinned back a little bit. The second half, though, it was like a completely different game, man. Honestly, Liverpool made lots of tactical substitutions and we were forced into injury subs, right? So I'll talk about our injury subs. The first one was Badiashile. Oh, mate, gutter, because he's been playing really well, man. He's looking really, really good. And he looks like he's kind of settling into this passing Maguba kind of position, do you know what I mean? Being the passing centre-back. But pulled up with something, got changed out. So what happened is Romeo Lavia came on, Reece James got put into the centre-back position, which was unusual, and Malagusto went to right-back instead of playing number 10, which it looked like had been happening in the first half. So we've got 3 fullbacks in our defence and one 19-year-old centre-back in Josh Achiampong. Josh Achiampong as well, by the way, phenomenal game. This kid makes those runs, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like he will literally nip the ball off of someone and then run it halfway up the pitch. Unbelievable. Really not something you see centre-backs do very often. But ultimately, we conceded not too long after Badiashile got taken off, and it was a reasonably scrappy goal. Cody Gakpo managed to put one away, so the game's at 1-1, and it's like, because we've been on top for a lot of this, but, losing the centre-backs and the few subs and stuff definitely seemed to throw the vibe off a little bit, plus Liverpool coming out really strong in the second half. Really, really difficult. And then, catastrophe. Achiampong pulls up with an injury. Oh dear. So Yoro Hato gets brought on, and our backline at this point literally comprised of 4 fullbacks: Reece James, Malagusto, Marco Correa, and Yoro Hato. That's our entire defensive backline. There's still a belief and a feeling that we can win this game as well, man. Like, this is one thing I really respect Maresca for. Obviously, what we've seen recently is some of the decisions he's been making when we've had a player sent off or things are getting difficult. He kind of, loads the pitch with centre-backs and midfielders. Obviously, he couldn't do that because all of our centre-backs are injured. But you saw with the next lot of subs that was made that he wanted to win this game. And he made lots of subs a little bit later on. Estevao Willian came on. Jamie Gittins came on for Garnacho. And Mark Yu came on. Lo and behold, a backup striker actually arrived on the pitch. So what this does is wipe away the idea that Mark Yu, the reason he hasn't been playing is because they want to loan him out in the January window. And the conspiracy theory video that I made before, go and check that one out if you haven't already. But I actually don't, because that's probably not going to happen. But I'll tell you what, man, Mark Yu came on the pitch and instantly showed us what we've been missing. And I don't mean that he didn't score any goals or anything, but he was so present, pressing monster, hanging up high, looking like what a striker actually does. And to be fair, all of the subs played their hearts out today. Garnacho had a really good game. Jamie Gittins come on and looked really, really good, man. Jamie Gittins looked really, really good. So at this point, Liverpool had made a couple of weird subs. I mean, they'd swapped out Kirkes for Robertson because, again, Kirkes was just getting eaten alive by Pedro Neto for the most part. They also swapped Konate. They pulled Gravenberg back to be a centre-back, and they put Curtis Jones in midfield. That was an unusual one, I thought. And that, I don't know if there was an injury thing behind it or it was a tactical thing. Konate made a couple of bad decisions during the game, I guess, but that was a really unusual one. So we're getting later and later and later into the game, man. We're getting later and later and later into the game. And, oh, mate, these subs that we've just brought on, these attacking subs, Estevao, Jamie Gittins and Mark Guew, they've changed the game again completely. Chelsea had so much attacking intent at the end of the game, so much energy, so much grit, and so much desire to win it. It was amazing to see, man. I genuinely love watching today's game. You know, honestly, even if it was a draw, I'd have still come out of this being like, okay, we got a point, which is, you know, kind of more than we were expecting, and the team performance was really good. But we've come away with the win, and it's thanks to none other than our young Brazilian superstar in the making, Estevao Willian. Mate, as soon as he came on, he was everywhere, constantly getting the ball, man, constantly getting the ball. He literally looked unbelievable, and they just didn't know what to do with him, man. They literally didn't know what to do with him. Szoboszlai absolutely had no idea what to do with him. He was constantly running past people, little moments where he'd be like, move forward and then just like pull it aside to the left and get around someone, and he was trying to shoot, he was trying to, you know, play long balls, he was getting it into people. When he was dropping deep, he was looking for Jamie Gittins up on the left. Oh, mate, Estevao, unbelievable performance today, and he got the goal. He got the winning goal against the Premier League champions. In this could be it, man. This could be the momentum shift now. We're just about to go into an international break, so I mean, we really need it as well, man. We really need it. We've got so many players with problems. Then we really need this time to start getting everyone back into the squad. But Estevao Willian truly arrived on the big stage today. The goal was like Enzo Fernandez was hovering in and around the box. Lovely little pass to Marco Correa, who put a square one in straight into the box, and Estevao Willian with his weaker right foot got on the end of it, and mate, it was beautiful, man. There was only like 90 seconds left of the game at this point as well. Do you know what I mean? So it was the winning goal. It was absolutely the winning goal, and relief. There's so many emotions at the moment, man. I'm absolutely buzzing because we won the game. I'm absolutely buzzing because we won the game against the Premier League champions, and I'm also so relieved. I recently put out a video looking at our next 4 games and looking at what position we would be in if we lost against Liverpool but managed to beat Nottingham Forest, Sunderland and Tottenham Hotspur. We'd only be 1 point away from where we were last season. If we got a draw against Liverpool, we'd be at the same point as we were last season. If we can come back after the international break and beat Nottingham Forest, which you've got to think is possible, Sunderland, which you've also got to think is possible, and Spurs, if we can beat Liverpool, we can beat Spurs, then we can literally be in front of where we were after 10 games last season. And that's with a myriad injuries. That is with the team being absolutely decimated. That is without Cole Palmer barely making any appearances. That is without Levi Colwill. That is without our main backup striker in Liam Delap. Things could be looking really good, man. This could be the turning point for our season, as long as whatever we've just learned, like the thing is, the amazing thing about this, we ground out the win. Do you know what I mean? A very, very young team. Loads of teenagers on the pitch today. Loads of them. Do you know what I mean? Estevao Willian, Romeo Lava, I think is still 19, if not just turned 20. Yora Hato, 19 years old. Do you know what I mean? There's like loads of really, really young players on the pitch today. Mark Guew, 18, 19, something like that. We ground out the win against the Premier League champions today. And they look good for it at the end as well, man. Do you know what I mean? They were having a load of really good chances, but we were on the back foot for a while towards the end of the game as well. But when those subs got made, Jamie Gittins, Estevao Willian, Mark Guew, the game changed again. At the end of the day, we had no defence. Do you know what I mean? It was 4 fullbacks in our entire defence, so we had to attack. And great job from Maresca, understanding that, not going for the draw, because if we'd have gone for the draw, we'd probably have lost. That's the mad thing, isn't it? If he'd have gone, right, well, let's try and shut up shop so we don't concede, we'd almost definitely have lost. But instead, we went on the attack. We threw more attacking players on with energy and passion and grit and a real want to win this game and see it through. Buzzing. So just to finish off, the red card was Enzo Maresca. So we have now got 4 red cards in 4 games running, but we finished this game with 11 men on the pitch. So It's a nuanced argument, I guess, isn't it? But at the end of the day, that means that Maresca will be on the sideline. Well, won't be on the sideline, sorry, for the Nottingham Forest game. So is that a bit of a worry? Because we need to win all our games going forward. Do you know what I mean? So I'd be interested to see. Willie Caballero, I guess, is the assistant manager. So maybe we see Willie Caballero. He's bold as well. Do you know what I mean? He's got the vibe or whatever. Maybe that works out for us. But nice one, guys. I'm going to wrap the video up there. Thank you all for sticking around until the end of the video. If you did, if you have made it this far and you haven't clicked any of the buttons yet, here's a little reminder. Click like, click subscribe, click hype, share it. Share it does things for the algorithm, but don't worry about it, man. As long as you hit one of the other three, I'm absolutely buzzing. And I hope you guys are buzzing because this is a massive statement win of an injury-ravaged Chelsea team, and we've gone out there and beat the Premier League champions. Wicked. Nice one, guys. I hope you're all having an absolutely wicked day. I'll catch up with you very, very soon. Take it easy. Peace.